John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, is the third movie in the John Wick franchise. Once again stars Keanu Reeves, this time joined by Halle. And the story of John Wick Chapter 3 is we follow John Wick after he guns down a member of the High Table, who is the shadowy International Assassins Guild, and legendary hitman John Wick himself finds himself stripped of the organization's protective services. Now stuck with a $14 million bounty on his head, Wick must fight his way through the streets of New York as he becomes the target of the world's most ruthless killers. Going into John Wick Chapter 3, I was excited to see another John Wick. It's Keanu Reeves as John Wick. You better be scared of the boogeyman. And I gotta say, the first two John Wicks were great. I love the first John Wick, released back in 2014. John Wick Chapter 3 is easily my favorite of the John Wick series so far. So it was no exception when they announced the third one. And plus, this was always supposed to be the start of the franchise. And this is the highest grossing movie in the series. And it only became the highest grossing movie of the series in just 10 days. So when this movie was announced, I was excited. I didn't see no trailer. I did see some trailers, but I wanted to be surprised with what was gonna happen. And this movie did not play no games. Once again, they delivered another great film. The big positive is that I like that it picks up 10 minutes after the last movie. John Wick, he is now a marked man. He's now on the run, which is why I like that. I like they give that to his character. That's actually pretty cool. It's actually pretty freaking awesome to see John Wick in this type of situation where it does have a $14 million bounty on his head that rises each hour. John Wick is just running from bad guys in this movie, as I should say. But again, he's not gonna put up with it because he is gonna whoop people. He's gonna show you who's the boss. And I love each of the moments in this movie. And then, but it's a great growth of the character. A really great growth of the character for John Wick in each of these movies. John Wick is he's one of the most badass characters you could ever see in a movie. And that's what I really appreciate when it comes to him as a character, is that he's just so badass. He ain't playing no games. He's not gonna take shit from anybody. He is going to do what he's gotta do. Because as he said in the first movie, I'm back, and you better be scared of the freaking boogeyman. Acting wise, Keanu Reeves is great. I've always loved Keanu Reeves. He's always been one of my favorite actors growing up. Hardball, Point Break, Speed, the Matrix trilogy, and as John Wick, this guy he owns it. Not only is he great in this movie, I appreciate the fact that he does his own stunts. Him and Tom Cruise, I respect the hell out of them because they do their own stunts. I like that. Halle Berry in this movie, oh my god. Sexy ass black woman. Sexy as black woman. Sophia, she is amazing. She is great, and she's fantastic in this movie. And she's an Oscar winner. A lot of people have said she can't act, but she's acted in a lot of great movies. Even in the bad movies, she's tried to give a performance. But 53 years old, and she's still hot to try. So I gotta say, she was a badass in this movie. She was great. I'm not going to take anything from Halle Berry at all. The rest of the cast is really great. McShane, Marc Dacascos, Laurence Fishburne, Anjelica Huston. They were all really good as well. Dillon as the Adjudicator. She's basically a YouTuber. Asked me this. Very 2005-91. He asked me who she was. The Adjudicator, she's basically the member of the High Tate, but she was fine. She's not horrible, but she was alright. Action sequences are also really great. The action is really great. It's Chad Stahelski and David Leitch's names on these movies, so they always bring their A game, and they always do the best of a job every chance they get. They ante up the action. The action is violent, is insane, is R-rated action. And when you go into a John Wick movie, you gotta know what you're getting yourself into, because John Wick, there's one scene in the movie with John Wick where he's literally riding on a horse, and I didn't see that coming, so that was pretty cool, and that was a nice surprise. This movie's 2 hours and 11 minutes, and it didn't feel like 2 hours and 11 minutes. In fact, I kind of wanted this movie to go on a little bit longer. Well, if that says something, because I was just enjoying this movie way too much. It was just like with Avengers Endgame and with Godzilla King of the Monsters. But it's the runtime gets you straight in, gets you straight out. The music by Tyler Bates and Joel J. Richard is really great. Cinematography work and the camera work and editing is all top notch. So I also really appreciate that. If I have any issues with John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, is that it does slow down a little bit in the middle act, but that's because it gives the movie a little bit of time to breathe. And the educator, I didn't really care for her character all that much, even though the actress was fine, and the movie ended a little bit predictable. So that ending, it was pretty fun, pretty entertaining, but it was a little abrupt, as you say. But this isn't the last time we're going to be seeing the John Wick. So, John Wick Chapter 4, bring back Halle Berry, bring back McShane, Laurence Fishburne. I would really like to see Carrie-Anne Moss, Monica Bellucci come in the forefront if that's possible, which I'm pretty sure they won't do. It's just a thought. But I think the villain should be Hugo Weaving, because it would be a nice little reunion for Neo, Agent Smith, Morpheus, with Trinity in the mix and Monica Bellucci. That'd be a little mini Matrix reunion. But all in all, John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum is my least favorite of the trilogy, but each film in this series just gets better and better and better. I can't wait to see the fourth one, which is coming out in 2 years, in 2021, so this is going to be awesome to see. I'm going to go ahead and give John Wick Chapter 3 an Epictastic, only because the ending was a little abrupt. The educator I didn't really care for, and I wanted this movie to at least go on for at least a few more minutes because I was just enjoying it too much. But let me know what you guys think of it down below. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you in between? What is your favorite of the John Wick movies? My ranking, number 3, John Wick Chapter 3. Number 2 is Chapter 1, and number 1 will be Chapter 2. Be sure to follow all my social media links in the description box down below. You guys keep it cool, enjoying the Epictastic.